I went from staying in a relationship way too long when my inner intuition told me months ago I should leave that relationship. I lingered and was the last person at the party. I talked in the phone over and over, not wanting to hang up. I was the person who, not to talk about linger at jobs that wasn't at all serving me actually, or habits that I wanted to start and didn't start. I have been this person who lingers. And the other day, I got this channel around what lingering actually is for me because I tapped into an old version of me that was lingering. I noticed the pattern of me lingering in a certain situation. And I still have those small micro habits of also lingering in my day to day. So today, I of course don't linger any longer when it comes to, work that often or that much, or relationships. I have very good relationships today. I have very great habits. I commit to things very easily. I change habits and so forth. I'm very proud of what I have created for myself when it comes to that. But I still linger. So if you feel anything of this, if you have been at a certain situation where you feel that it was difficult for you to actually understand why you are not moving on, why you linger, and how you can move away from that, that is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about why you stay too long and how to recognize when to move on. I think this is a really life skill actually for many of us. So lingering is you avoiding something. It's you avoiding something. So ask yourself directly those situations where you have been in a little bit too long, you haven't recognized that you've been needing to move away from that situation. What have you been avoiding? Are you avoiding the situation, leaving the situation because you feel maybe you're afraid of feeling loss of love, or that you're feeling not being loved, right? Are you afraid of certain type of rejection, either from those people or those situations that you leave, or if you're moving to or something else, are you afraid of getting rejected there? What is it that you are avoiding? Are you avoiding the fact that you may believe that there might be some certain type of conflict if you stand up for yourself, or if you say that you want a change? What is it that you are avoiding in the situation? That is your key to lingering. That is your golden ticket to understand why you're lingering, why you are not moving forward. Avoiding to take a decision and avoiding to move away from something that doesn't feel good, that doesn't make you feel like you are making the positive change, or having the positive habits in your life, or improving your life to the better, so to say, that makes you feel that you are not to be trusted. I talk about that often, and lately I've been talking about that a lot. So maybe we need to go a little bit deeper when it comes to self-trust again. Because when we say over and over that we are supposed to do something, let's just say take something very simple. I tell myself that I want to begin to drink cold iced spirulina lattes, and it takes me 6, 8, 9 weeks for me to buy that spirulina, which is it's so easy. Let's say I have the money, everything, I can buy that spirulina, and I don't do that. Why? Why don't I do that? Why do we linger in these very small steps in our lives, very small little significant changes that we can do? Why do we avoid doing something? Are we afraid of it will not give the result that we want to? Are we afraid that we will fail, so to say, in that situation? What is it that we are afraid of? What is it that we are avoiding? Why do we see that there is a benefit for us staying where we are at? Let's take another example. You feel that it's not okay how your colleague behaves towards you, but every single time you're just biting it. You're just biting it, you're just biting it, or you go to that workplace that you don't enjoy over and over and over, or you don't start with that passion project that you want. Day in and day out, you don't start with it. What happens in these moments, in every single time this happens, so to say, when you're not doing it, is that you create this disbelief towards yourself. So if I don't do the things that I told myself I want to do, that will be for the better, that will improve for me, what makes me believe in myself taking the steps out of a situation that feels very tricky and leaving that situation, going to something very unknown? that is kind of the internal dialogue that is happening, if we can translate it in some certain type of way. So what are we going to do about it? First and foremost, we got to talk about it. Practice your intuition. Probably heard about before. You probably know that, yeah, I should do that. But are you really doing it? When you feel for taking an apple, do you take an apple? When you feel for doing a workout practice, do you do the workout practice? When you feel from lazing around, do you lazing around? When your intuition says something like random, like, I want to go here, wow, play here, or whatever, do you listen to that? Do you act on it? This is something that we usually can find a pattern. Sometimes we can find different areas in our lives where our intuition leads us somewhere, but we are not acting on it. So here, I really want you to begin with these small little steps to see that you start to act on yourself and you create this habit in your day-to-day regular moments that are happening, that you are acting on your intuition. Are you about to put the podcast in your ears when you're going for a walk and something within you says that I don't want to listen on a podcast today, I need space, or I just want to listen to music today, whatever it is? Do you listen to that, or are you just like, oh, but I have this watch next list and it's exploded, I have 3,000 videos I want to go through, right? So I gotta go to that, right? And I know I always get very, are you reasoning with your intuition? When you feel that you really want to do something, do you reason yourself out of it? Being selective and not even inviting certain energies in the first place is a way to go when it comes to not lingering too long in situations and how to know when to move out of it. When you become more selective, your decision-making power improves, so it's easier and easier for you to take decisions that are made out of love, made of the best for yourself, so that you can also pick and choose what environments, what people, where you thrive the most, where do you bloom the most, right? So when we're talking about, finding ways how we can actually begin to not even invite certain energies, I usually see that comes with a sense of self-worth, and it also comes with a sense of inner knowing what you actually want. Without not knowing what you actually want, like for real, what you actually want, it's easier to be okay with people maybe behaving in a certain way. When we start to meet them, we are just like, okay, I'm a little bit unsure, well, let's see if this is a good person or not, right? The more that you know what you are after, the more that you know what you want, the more those situations, those people will seek out to you and you to them. That means that the other things will be sorted itself out. So you will not even end up in certain situations where you used to end up in before. I am not any longer in these kind of certain relational patterns that I was in for so long time, because I know what I want. So it's so easy for me nowadays to spot when people are not what I want, what they don't have what I truly want, just authentically, just being honest and transparent with it. And that has helped me so much to not stay in situations where I don't feel good about myself, when I just disempowering myself and not listening to my intuition when it say that, this is not aligned, you will not get so much out of this together, right? So I want to end this video with a practice for you today. And the practice is to think about and go back to situations, days when you actually took a very great decision for yourself, where you actually committed to yourself, when you actually said to yourself, like, you know what, this doesn't serve me any longer, I leave this situation now, I'm done, I'm over it. Don't go to, okay, I was staying there too long, why did I stay there too long? Because that is what we usually do, and that's quite disempowering, and it's good for us to do that as well, so we gain the awareness. But by now, I do believe that you maybe have done that. If you haven't done that, do that first, okay? That's the number 0, so to say. But if you have been, actually have quite understanding of like, okay, I shouldn't be in this, I should have left this, I had these patterns or whatever, then the next thing for you is to rewrite that story and rewrite that past and begin to understand that you are actually a person who takes good decisions. Tune into that frequency, tune into that person, tune into that version. What made you take that decision in the end? What made you to at last, leave that certain situation? Because that is also key, golden keys for you to understand that this is something that you should do, just that you need to catapult, you need to activate that energy within you much earlier. So how can you do that? That's your next question. How can I activate that energy much earlier? Is there some certain type of signs that I can pay attention to much earlier? And these signs are usually not signs in others. We usually are just like, yeah, if I notice this from the environment, if I notice this from the situation, if I, see that there are a lot of houses that doesn't seem to resonate with me, or if it is a lot of people, that they behave like this or that, no, that is too late. That is too late, according to me. Usually, then we're already in it. We're already in it. So, what you have to do is to go into the signals. What is the first signal? What you feel inside. When do you feel that activation that you say, okay, I'm done with this experience. Yeah, I want to pivot now. I want to take a reroute now. I want to do something else. I want to leave this situation. What is that activation? How does that feel? What are those signals? Is it that you get a certain thought? Is it that you get a certain type of feeling in your body? Is that you get a certain type of just inner knowing that you should do something else? What is it? I think it will be unique for all of us in this kind of sense, but really tap into what are the signals, okay? If you haven't heard about it yet, I have created a free mini series about 4 days, 4 ways for you to enter your dream life now. We are no longer waiting for our dream life. We are stepping it into directly. So if you're interested in jumping into those momentum codes, I will leave the information in the description for you to sign up for that free mini series. And I talk to you next time. Keep on listening to Within Talks. Bye.